Hey guys, Brother John here with another one of your daily devotions. Now today our daily devotion is coming from James chapter 4 and we're doing verses 7 through 10. And I'm going to go ahead and warn you right from the get-go, these are some weird verses. Like if you read them on your own, you might just think, what is going on? I probably misread that. Let me look at it again because it sounds strange, but there's a very important reason behind them. See, here's what it says. Therefore, submit to God, resist the devil and he will flee from you. Draw near to God and he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Be miserable and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to gloom. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will exalt you. And you might look at that and think, did he just say, be miserable? Did he say to mourn and weep? Why would I want to do any of those things? I want to have a happy life. And the key comes right at the end of that with humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will exalt you. You see, the whole point of this and what James is saying right here is, number one, we need to resist the devil, right? We need to get away from the bad things in our life. However, if we really want to live the life that God's called us to live, we need to let the reality of our sin sink in. That doesn't mean that your life is ruined or that you're always walking around like Eeyore and everything, hope and bother, things are bad. But so often when we sin, we just try to skip over it, right? I mean, we sin and we don't really want to deal with our sin. We're like, I know God's going to forgive me. And yeah, I really messed up. But I just need a minute. I'm just going to scroll through Instagram for a minute and take a break. I'm going to deal with this in a little while. I just can't believe I messed up. And you're never going to get back to focusing on it, right? Or you say, I'm just going to go on a walk, or I'm just going to do, and you fill up our time with other things. And then we never get back around actually dealing with our sin. But what he's calling us to do right here is to get real about our sin. It doesn't mean that your life is miserable because of it, but it means you should feel miserable about the fact you sin, but that's how God exalts you at the end of it. Because you are aware of how much you messed up, you are able to enjoy how much God did even more. See, until you realize how bad you were, you can't ever appreciate how good God is. And so it's not saying, be miserable so that you have a bad life. It's saying, no. Recognize you're a broken, messed up sinner. He's a perfect, almighty, loving God. He's God, you're not. And that's amazing and wonderful and the best news in the world. So that's my challenge for y'all today. And all of your life, really, take time every day as someone who realizes what God has done for you to look at your life and realize what all he's continued to do for you so that you can be even more full of joy and more excited and share with the world what God can do.